Right now, as you listen to this, you assume that you exist. You assume that I exist, that the world exists, that every person you've ever met, every stranger you've ever passed by, every voice you've ever heard is real. You assume that they are conscious, just like you, that they think, that they feel, that they experience life the same way you do. But how do you know? You don't experience their thoughts. You don't feel their emotions. You don't see through their eyes. You only ever see the outside, the words, the actions, the behaviors. But none of that proves consciousness. A machine could do the same. A sufficiently advanced AI could hold a conversation, respond to your emotions, and mimic human behavior without ever actually experiencing anything at all. So what if that's what everyone around you is? What if they aren't real? What if you are the only conscious being in existence? This idea, known as solipsism, is one of the most unsettling thoughts a person can have. It suggests that nothing outside of your own mind can be proven to exist, that the world, the people, the universe itself could all just be projections of your consciousness. The things you see, the voices you hear, the sensations you feel. What if they're all just illusions created for you? Imagine a video game character walking through a digital world. The trees, the sky, the non-playable characters, all of them only exist when the character is near them. The world is rendered only when it is observed. When the character leaves an area, it ceases to exist until they return. Now consider this. What if the universe works the same way? What if the world only renders when you observe it? When you close your eyes, when you turn your back, when you leave a place, how do you know it still exists? You don't. You assume it does. But assumption is not proof. Quantum mechanics suggests something eerily similar. In the famous double-slit experiment, scientists discovered that particles behave differently when they are observed. When unmeasured, they exist in a state of probability, a wave of possibilities. But the moment they are observed, they collapse into a definite state. In other words, reality changes depending on whether or not it is being watched. Now take that idea and apply it to everything. If reality is shaped by observation, then does it even exist when no one is looking? And if you are the only observer, if you are the only conscious being, then is there even a world outside of you at all? Think about your past. Every memory you have, every event you remember, is just that, a memory. You don't have access to the past, only your recollection of it. And memories? They are unreliable, constantly changing, sometimes even fabricated by your mind without you realizing it. So if your past only exists in your mind, does it truly exist at all? And what about the future? It hasn't happened yet. It's only an imagined projection of possibilities. So if the past exists only in memory, and the future exists only in imagination, then all that's left is the present moment. But even the present is fragile. By the time you recognize this moment, it has already passed. Your mind lags behind reality. You are always just a little bit too late. Always observing the past, never truly experiencing the now. So if you can't trust the past, and the future doesn't exist yet, and the present is already slipping away, then what does that say about reality? Maybe it's not real at all. Maybe the world is just a dream. Many ancient philosophies have suggested something similar. Hinduism speaks of Maya, the great illusion, the false reality that we mistake for truth. Buddhism teaches that the self is an illusion, that individuality is a temporary mirage, that all things are one. Even Descartes, who famously declared, "I think, therefore I am," could only prove his own existence, not the world, not anyone else, just himself. So what if that's all there is? Just you? What if the entire universe is your creation? What if everything that exists is simply your consciousness, forming itself into different shapes, different sounds, different experiences? What if every person you've ever met is just another version of you, disguised as someone else? Or worse, what if they don't exist at all? What if you are the only point of awareness in a vast, empty void? What if everything you see is nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion, designed to keep you from realizing the truth? But then comes the most disturbing thought of all. If you are the only conscious being, then where did you come from? And if no one else exists, who created you?